Good.
Good indeed.
And now, live from the kitchen table of a one-bedroom apartment in Santa Barbara, it's the Great Highdeas Podcast!
Tonight, we have a special guest.
Hello, Alex. This is Bane.
Oh my fucking god.
We have hijacked your podcast.
Oh, dude. You gotta like remember that, what was he raised by the darkness? Is that how did it go?
He was born into it.
Born into it.
Bane was born into it. Literally, the darkness. So, obviously, if you're still listening, we do these a week.
No, I
They
could have
come
sworn
out like
he would have
the
had
week
bigger
after
eyes.
we record them.
Why did he have a mask? He should have had like some kind
Still
of goggles.
talking about Bane. I'm trying to do the fucking intro.
Oh, sorry.
That was a great performance by Tom Hardy, by the way. It really
Well,
was.
I mean,
all with the eyes.
I had a coworker describe Bane's real estate as his face because he gets paid more to hide it than to show it. It's interesting.
The economy of use put into action.
I don't know. What if it's not actually him?
I mean, they did use an eye double, I think, for a couple shots.
No way.
Yeah. Tom Hardy's were too menacing. They're like, we want little kids to be able to see this movie. I fucked that grandma to death. And we can't have that in a PG-13 Christopher Nolan film.
Oh, well.
Not until his later years when he gets all really artsy.
They should just make movies variable so you could just like dial a knob and it go from like a G-rated film all the way to like whatever you want.
You could do that, but you would start with the dirtiest, rated version of it as the original film, and then each one you just cut out a few scenes.
Back.
Netflix could do that easily.
Yeah.
It'd be a pain in the ass to do. Thanks, Netflix, for being this episode's sponsor, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
You guys didn't know that yet. But yeah, so you could have it where it's like, what version do you want to see? And it just removes scenes. I think if you didn't spend time overdubbing, but you just, like the way that I do this podcast, you go in and cut out certain things, you could have your dial. Like, dude, let's get super high and watch like Apocalyptico on the
That's
G rating.
An interesting way to do it. How it would be a Disney movie. It'd be like whatever that one was. I think it is a Disney movie.
So
actually,
the whatever of the C words is the converse. Whatever from this would be to make versions of the Disney movies that exist that we could turn up to NC-17.
oh my god,
Dude, The Lion King would be so creepy.
It would be weird as fuck.
I would not want to go to zoos after that.
Dude.
It's still the same movie that we know, but there's just scenes that were cut out, obviously, for the...
Do you remember they remade the Jungle Book live action, and it was wild.
They've done it a few times, yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's right.
Jason Scott Lee, the original OG, motherfucking played Bruce Lee, and he's the cousin of my old screen printing buddy,
No way.
Maria Lee from
cool.
Tucson. I wish I hadn't fucked up the Bruce Lee part, because that would have been a pretty cool rap, I think.
I think it was a good rap.
It's a rap on that rap.
Wrap it up, dude. Wrap it up, B.
I think, the idea of repeating something until it's funny again doesn't work all
Why
the
not?
time. I don't know. Maybe you'd be beating it to death.
Yeah.
Like we're doing with this intro right now.
I thought
I
thought you were done.
We're never done. Our jobs are never done here. What I was gonna say
Yeah.
was that if you are actually listening to episode 6, haven't listened to a few prior, they're coming out like a week after we record them, because that's how long it takes us with jobs to get the labor of love done. But the one that we're recording right now is our launch party episode. It'll come out a week after we've launched it, but we just finished all the champagne. We just finished all the pork.
Yum.
That amazing with that amazing bulgogi sauce, not to be confused with bukkake sauce. But cheers, you guys. We actually put the shit online, and thank you to anyone that's still listening. I thought you were gonna say a few words.
Ditto. Yeah.
That's where the intro will play.
I thought you were like in the intro mode. I didn't know what I was supposed to say.
You're always supposed to talk.
Okay.
Always, especially over me, because I will do it to you incessantly,
All
as
right.
I've noticed among all the people that already know me. But when you listen to your voice a lot in recording, you get really wise to your tics and shit.
Oh man.
I know. Once you hear them all, you're gonna speak. You already speak like genius level intellect. It's gonna be curious to see what happens.
Yellow Kitty is being very skeptical of that comment.
I really wish I could have the Mad Libs that we played last time. Like, I really wish I could have played the part where we were giving the words so that they would have known what words were actually like chosen. Because that shit was almost funnier. But, you know, certain names were said way more often than we're allowed. And it sounded really weird taking them out. I did try.
That's okay.
No.
I mean, we could play Mad Libs again. I don't know if that's like the option.
Should we just like, honestly, man, that meal and the day of getting all this stuff done, I'm so lethargic right now. Obviously, everyone can tell because I'm finally speaking at a slow slow RPM or BPM or I don't know, whatever you measure PMs with.
Words per minute?
Dude, I can throw down on the WPMs. I was talking about that earlier. I'm still like a buck 50.
What's like the fastest rap you remember by heart?
Okay, that's different. You're talking speaking per minute.
Yeah.
Speaking words per minute.
Yeah.
If I have to rap, I'm going to take my fucking zip up off here.
You should.
So the fastest rap I can recite is the ABCs.
The ABCs?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I've never been one to try to re-rap the lyrics, no matter how well I knew them. I still, nasally motherfucker. That doesn't work with good hip-hop tunes. I mean, maybe in a few years it'll become hipster enough for me to gain a cult following, but I have friends that can rap. I call them in.
I guess there's one part about rapping that's not about the audience, but about doing it yourself.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if no one hears you.
Well, no one's ever going to hear these, let's be honest.
Well,
so, like, I could probably rap French
it
fries
doesn't
around
matter.
5 guys. Give
Yeah.
it to you twice a week, especially on Saturday. I'm that kind of guy.
That'd be fun.
But, I tried. But, yeah, dude. These vocal cords not meant to spit game in quick succinct succession for any kind of fame.
But yeah, okay. I didn't mean for us. I mean, like, yeah, please stop. I understand.
Yeah, obviously. Always.
But for yourself, you should sing for yourself.
Oh, I sing in the fridge all the time, so we are going to do this. Okay.
Right. What are we doing?
I need an adjective.
Okay.
I'm given an adjective. White boy like.
White boy like.
Yes, white boy like. It's got to be like hyphenated or together. I'm talking about white boys, but white boy like.
White boy like.
We're going to show them how we do this, how we play outside the borders, or at least I do.
Plural noun.
You don't want to say them rather than constantly reaching out your arm awkwardly to show us and pulling us away from the mics. We already have a hard time staying close to them already.
I could say it out loud.
There you go. There she is. Everybody, next week, when you are hearing this, it is her birthday eve.
Yellow Kitty.
Yellow Kitty, is it right or left's turn to give a word?
Left.
Okay. Plural noun to you, monsieur.
No.
Mad Libs part 2. You're welcome in advance.
Glasses.
Yeah. See? Glasses is what I get from him.
That's right.
Let me show you how this is done. Noun. Retired sex midget. I'm into that shit, apparently. 3 words.
Adjective.
Look at that cute face, thinking so hard. He's even looking up and to the right. Like he's doing it, you guys.
I think.
It's pronounced adjective, right? Adjective?
Yeah, isn't it? That
What
is.
you call an appetizer in Italian.
I wonder,
An
like, the
adjective.
origins of this word. It's very.
You still have to give her one. We'll find the origins. And
I think
about it
bright.
Number.
This is why we work so well together. Dude, if it's on air for the first time, the number I'm going to give you is the number hella.
Your number is
916. My number is obviously hella. I use that shit hella.
Hella, dude.
part of the
Hella, dude.
body, plural.
Part of the body, plural. Penises.
Dude, there we go. We're getting him out of his shell. Vince McMahon
Part of the
Jr.
body, plural.
Even more penises.
I mean, what?
Adjective.
I don't know if that's
Adjective.
gonna work.
Enormous.
This is taken a decidedly homoerotic turn.
We're super gay for each
We're-
other. Obviously,
we're-
why do you think I
yeah.
get you guys over
Well,
here
yeah,
every week to
yeah,
do
we have
this?
to make-
Another plural noun. Rubber chickens. Let's keep it gay.
Okay.
I'm so gay for you, man. Cheers. We made this podcast.
Plural
Thank you
noun.
guys for listening.
Plural noun. Records.
Ooh. Are we talking vinyl records or like public records?
Verb ending in ing.
Ambiguous records.
ING. Fisting, obviously.
Fisting?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Noun.
Grapefruit.
Verb ending in ing.
Would slapping a hoe count as a verb? If you're slapping a hoe down the street? Slapping a hoe up the house? Are you even allowed to say that anymore? Slapping a hoe?
I think you just did.
Yeah. I think I said it like 5 times, actually.
Part of the body plural.
You are the absolute genius king of long, beautiful, awkward pauses. But then delivering the most wonderful either sound or sentiment right afterwards.
No.
He's gonna like.
I forgot what we were talking about.
It's funny because
Part of the body plural.
Legs.
Wow, you rushed him and he gave you the legs.
Plural noun.
She's really trying to get through this.
Let's make it.
She's in
Let's
control
go.
tonight.
Let's
Because
do
again,
it.
this is coming out on her birthday eve.
Yep.
Yellow-kitty.com for all your yellow and orange kitty picture needs. Get arrested, go to jail, call yellow-kitty.com. We updated it because we actually bought it. And the first one wasn't available. So plural nouns would be... I was going to say it. She wants me to whisper yellowkitties.com with a dash in the middle for all your lawyer needs.
Noun.
Noun. Barrel.
Of a gun or of whiskey?
Adjective.
Adjective? Oh, God. Sandpapered. Mm-hmm.
Plural
It's not
noun.
quite polished yet. What?
Plural noun.
Call Jenny McCarthy's
Plural noun.
Basketball.
Oh shit.
You liked that one, didn't you?
I did like that one. Thank you.
Some more double bliss.
Much obliged.
5 threads bringing this episode up a
Right.
notch.
Thank you.
Double bliss, 14% IPA. It tastes like candy.
Bricks.
And
A night at the carnival.
okay.
When my best friend and I go to the carnival, we go on as many white boy-like rides as we can before we run out
Hold
of
on.
glasses.
Time out. This is not going to work with you not on microphone. 100%.
Do I have to say?
Yes. So just, sit in that chair and then you come snuggle with me on this side. We're doing this this way, people. This is like, he's the lead singer and I'm the guitar player and we're sharing the same mic. Is that good for you, buddy?
Oh, I feel so good.
Okay.
A night at the carnival.
Closer.
When my best friend and I go to the carnival, we go on as many white boy-like rides as we can before we run out of glasses. Our first must is the roller retired sex midget. What a bright thrill. Racing down the track at hella miles an hour. Throwing her...
She can't even do it. You couldn't even make it.
What a bright thrill. Racing down the track at hella miles an hour, throwing our penises into the air. And screaming at the top of our even more penises. I can't do it.
For the record, she can't even stay near the microphone.
I just can't look at you guys while you're laughing. I can't hear you laughing. Okay. Let me backtrack a little bit there. Our first must is the roller retired sex midget. What a bright thrill. racing down the track at hella miles an hour, throwing our penises into the air. It's...
How did we get to this? You're not even laughing. You're still red. She can't get within a yard of the microphone.
All right. I can do it this time. I just like no one can laugh.
This is the best podcast we will ever do.
When my best friend and I go to the carnival, we go on as many white boy-like rides as we can before we run out of glasses. Our first mess is the roller retired sex midget. What a bright thrill. Racing down the track at hella miles an hour, throwing our penises into the air and screaming at the top of even more penises. Not as terrifying, but still enormous fun, are the bumper rubber chickens, where we drive around like crazy records, fisting into each other. By far the scariest ride is the tilted grapefruit.
The tilted grapefruit.
It sends us slapping a hoe in circles.
No, you gotta take that again. I didn't even hear you. I'm dying. I can't breathe.
I thought you had not to yell, man.
Dude, I can't breathe. Oh.
It sends us slapping a hoe in circles so fast, it makes our legs spin. After that, we're happy as yellow kitties to hop on the Ferris barrel and enjoy the slow sandpapered ride. It's a nice way to top off the evening and calm our bricks. That was way too difficult.
Oh my god, that was amazing.
I just want to say, like, the whole sentence, like, properly. What a bright thrill, racing down the track at hella miles an hour, throwing our penises into the air and screaming at the top.
She can't do it. That's the 5th time she's tried. She cannot physically do it. Oh, we love you so much, Yellow Kitty.
It's the even more penises part. I can't say out loud.
I think we've reached a pinnacle of self-respect and self-disrespect all at one moment. And thank you for sharing that with us.
We've certainly
Vince McMahon Jr. back on the microphone.
We've certainly achieved a higher level.
That's a higher consciousness kind of
erections.
podcast right there. Cheers to you, YK 2020.
Oh, I couldn't do it.
Instead of 2 YK, we have 2020 YK.
Damn.
Oh, I failed.
Twice as hard.
Yellow Kitty hits twice as hard.
That's right.
And she slaps you with her even more penises.
Dude, you gotta tilt that pineapple, man.
I think it was a tilted grapefruit, or it was a Ferris barrel, or it was something.
Even more penises.
Even more penises. Told you, you're welcome in advance. That is going to become a regular segment.
Thank you.
You know, fuck this whole putting him at the end like a secret little stash, you know, thing. She just is going to just read them on the air again.
Well, what's cool about Mad Libs is like you agree at the beginning that it's all nonsense.
It's, I think, what we agreed this would be too.
Isn't that true though?
Yeah. We are one long-running Mad Lib while we're on these microphones. And I'm so at peace with that. Yeah. I feel like, hey, you know, they say don't do it first, do it best. But in this situation, hey, we're doing it first.
No, I don't. I think many before of us have done this.
Not the first podcast, but like this is the first time we were stupid enough to actually record and start putting it out.
Yeah, that is probably stupid, but it's okay.
Can I sing you a quick song?
Yes, please.
Either talk louder or get closer to the mic. Always have to tell him. What happens, you guys know this because I'm literally looking at the computer like you guys are here. He is either really far from the mic and then I have to turn him up in the mix. But then when he gets really into a story or something, he gets really close and then it's a beautiful Godzilla voice.
God. Oh, Godzilla voice.
Wasn't
Oh my God, what was the best Godzilla voice?
My favorite Godzilla voice is very similar to my O face, and I don't like that. But I'm also very proud of it. Remember when we said we should do a podcast in whispers?
No.
We did say that once, and I think it's a terrible idea.
I would say maybe if we were at like some kind of campsite and like the ranger had already come around twice, and he's like, "You guys gotta keep it fucking down in the tent," and we're like, "All right,
Turn the flashlight off. I can see it.
fuck you guys. I know you're smoking in there."
We were talking about doing one from under Trump's bed. I thought like we were gonna pretend
No,
all these different scenarios.
Why?
This was the first podcast that got cut from the first technical difficulties. We were gonna take the Mensa test together.
What?
Then we were gonna pretend like we were at a concert yelling at each other.
Oh, wait,
Then
that,
we
that
were
was
gonna-
our way in.
Then we were gonna pretend like no, we were just gonna make these at home, but just make it sound like it. And we talked about whispering like we were under Donald Trump's bed. It was like we're podcasting live from the Oval Office where he's fallen asleep at his desk.
That's not a bad idea.
There's not a lot of bad ideas. In the
This is exactly the same as the augmented reality fucking laser tag.
world. Shout out to last week's episode. Yeah.
Just give people an avenue to like, you know, remember how like The Sims came out and people were like building their bosses and like murdering them. Do you remember this?
I mean,
was,
we
like,
all
this
did weird
fairly-
shit on The Sims. It always started with me trying to build a cool house.
I
But
think The
then
Sims
not
is
knowing
an
how
experiment.
video games work, and it would just be a big square with a lot of like devices that
Like
you
the
can
net-
sit on or use for growth for your
Well,
Sim.
like, do you think that people explore like their own emotional attachments to things like through video games like The Sims, and like
100%.
that helps them not actually murder real people?
Dude, yeah, like, but if The Sims is your example, and I'm holding you in court, I'm gonna just bring like, you know, not even
I
Mortal
can't fight
Kombat, Street
Maxis,
Fighter,
man.
but like GTA. Like, how many times did our old podcasts when we were not recording them? I'm pretty sure I would say like, hey man, you want to bust out GTA and let's murder some people? Like, we had a rough day and we're all angry and we're venting and stoned. Let's just murder a bunch of people on GTA real quick. Like, what's the code for infinite ammo and infinite health? I'm
Yeah,
just
like
gonna
spawn
drive
a
around
helicopter.
ridiculous. Yeah, exactly. Or the
Exactly.
jetpack
Yeah,
if you're
jetpack.
playing the
Oh,
San
for sure.
Andreas.
Yeah.
But 100%. That's why I think as an adult listening to like hardcore music and metal or even the crazy EDM shit that's like super aggressive, like gets that energy out of you in a different way.
Yeah.
And hopefully, you know, keeps you from having it affect you negatively.
Well, I mean, I'll try to experience as much as you possibly can, all possibly at all possible times.
Yeah.
And that's my advice.
That's really good advice. Man, we are so tired and stoned and full. I told you after we ate it was going to be like the slow motion podcast.
Let's talk about molasses then.
Looking at your eyes makes me hyper aware of how like dry my contacts are right now. Your eyes are so fucking red, and I can just feel how red mine are. And so I'm gonna get up and get some Visine, a new sponsor to this episode. I'm not kidding.
Greg,
That's why I realize what you
oh,
did.
sorry.
No, don't apologize.
I was gonna say, hook it up, dude.
I'm gonna hook it up, motherfucker. Test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Should I sit over there so we can look at each other?
No, I mean you can do whatever you want at this point, dude. We're gonna wing it.
All right. Well, I don't particularly mind this angle at all.
I don't either.
But
I'm
it is,
wondering-
It is strange looking at the screen, though.
The screen is the all-being
Master of space and dimension.
master of puppets. Hello, my dear. Are you right there? Give me some mic love.
My little buttercup
Cool.
has the sweetest
All
smile.
right. So just like last time, I'm gonna tell you like we need to at least get a segue here.
Okay.
So. Well, that was ridiculous, and we should never do that again.
Well,
We tried. We really tried.
you know, it's good that we got it out of our system.
It is. You know, Yola Kitty on the mic was probably the most adorable thing I've ever seen.
Good.
Yeah. My abs
I mean, she is adorable.
hurt. They hurt.
You know, they say, I guess, I don't know, there's different kinds of laughter, right? You have deep laughter.
Okay.
and I don't know, sitting on a couch.
Guttural laughter?
Yeah, guttural. I guess that's a word.
Okay.
You know, on a couch like this, you're kind of leaning forward. You're having a pretty specific posture, so to speak. Ah, that's better.
Specific posture?
A specific posture. You know, it's about the diaphragm, right?
Everything's about the diaphragm.
Yeah.
Like, your entire body is connected to your diaphragm, but when it comes to speaking, 100%. And I have found, you ever sing in your car? Like,
Yeah, I have.
And then you're really good at it, and then you stand in front of a microphone, and then you suck at it? Like, I think it has to do with the fact that you're sitting and your diaphragm's a little more, like, constricted already. He's trying to fuck with the pop filter.
Yeah.
You can slide it towards you.
There we go. This will work.
I don't even know what's happening. So, you guys probably noticed we're in a different location. This podcast teleported.
I mean, it's kind of amazing what we can do with today's technology.
It is. It's not even today's technology. This is 2007's technology.
Yeah.
Everything I own, for the record, and use to record is circa 2007.
Well, that's also like the stuff that was in 2007 that you have taken was circa like 98.
I mean,
You could just keep going back. I
Okay.
think the old recording devices were better.
they didn't freeze because of RAM issues.
Yeah. That's right.
They would just keep recording and recording.
It was a physical thing.
It was tape usually. Tape was the
No,
old
I'm
school.
talking before that. I'm talking about the pressure of the sound coming out of your mouth from your larynx would actually physically press a needle into a wax disc as it spun, because that was a clever way to figure out how to get a lot of real estate.
So here's the thing that you bring up right there, which is a good spot. Like we've talked about this before. I have like 1,000 songs. Like I want to make records at home, and it pisses me off that in 1919 they can make a record at home, but I can't figure it out.
I mean,
Can someone please?
you don't have to figure it out. You can probably just...
So I need to get a bellows that leads to a needle. and some
No,
wax.
no. You don't even need a bellows. You just...
Well, the bellows is me.
That's right. You got a lot of hot air coming out, buddy.
It's nothing but, baby.
I think you could do it with probably just like what do they call those things that you put in your hair? Rubber band?
Those are called hair ties.
Oh, same difference.
Usually functional for
Those are reusable rubber bands then.
Remember the rubber bands we used to have to put on our braces back in the day?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. That was a thought that I just got lost in.
Those, I liked the different color coatings for the strength and the tensileness. You could really do some damage with a little dart gun with those things.
If you guys couldn't tell already, we're doing this without Yellow Kitty. She's too embarrassed to hang out with us after what happened earlier. So, this episode of the Great Highdeas podcast was brought to you by Smoking the Reefer. Also, just if they haven't figured it out yet, you're not supposed to be seen.
I'm actually Greg's second personality.
Isn't it great how I can throw my voice in two different directions at the same time?
Well, it's COVID time. You have technology from 2007.
No, I have just a lot of time on my hands. I was able to figure that out. It's the way that Justin Roiland does Rick and Morty at the same time.
Yeah, that's right.
Thank God. You keep me sane.
Well, who else are you going to talk to?
Wait, I got to take that again. Vince McMahon Jr. is just a figment of my imagination.
I can't believe...
Several retakes in the last minute or so.
Oh.
Whatever. Like, on Monday, we're just going to release a picture that says, we tried. And then, like, a cry emoji.
No, we should do
The amount of work it took.
We
to
should
get
just
this
call it
out
like a
was
Netflix
ridiculous.
season 1, 6 episodes. If we don't get signed, then fuck it.
So, I used to have a podcast in 2004 called Enemy Radio, and all I did was put together like a DJ would like have one song lead into the other, but I would put together like a 30-minute playlist of songs, and I remember episode 2, I was just like, I don't have time for this. So halfway through the season, I was like, that's the end of season 2. And then like 3 months later, I was like, here's season 3. And it's half as, it's just we can decide what it wants it to be.
That's correct.
Yeah.
One thing
So what if season 1 is 20 episodes and season 2 is only 10 and then season 3 is 5?
I mean, it's all about the quality.
The Fibonacci sequence. This podcast will only exist as long as the golden rule will let it.
I wonder if there is a reverse golden rule for television programs, where instead of having let's go back in time. Let's talk about the X-Files, right?
Yes.
How many episodes were in a season? Like 52?
Probably.
Like every single week?
Yeah.
Every single, like there was no seasons.
There was no like sweeps week or breaks or anything.
And then like, but nowadays you get like fucking 6 episodes and maybe like a quarter of a preview. And like maybe they're longer. There's no commercials because they're like on a streaming service, but it's interesting. I mean, I guess you could make a sitcom go much further because of live studio audience, like just the same jokes, whatever. But I don't know. Do you think that there's I guess it would be like a asymptote of like the minimum effective episode for the entertainment of people?
So here is my answer to that. I'm going to use True Detective season 1.
Excellent
as my
example.
So there's this argument now with like live streaming, like do you release them all at once or do you release them week to week? Now, the old way of doing it week to week was because they were constant recording. I would argue that the whole release them all at once means you thought it out before you even started recording. The whole season had a story, and I'd always prefer that. Now, if you have your season has an old story and you need to record on the fly, whatever, but this whole to be continued, we'll figure it out next week. It was entertaining when video and Friday night like TGIF was like new, but nowadays like I have zero tolerance for stories that go nowhere.
Yeah.
And so I think there is a threshold. We've seen it with True Detective, Game of Thrones, Sopranos, The Wire. Like it's between 8 and 12 episodes a season, apparently. Hour-long episodes, by the way. Rick and Morty, they can only fucking fart out 2.5 hours at a time, apparently, but they're so brilliant that you go, I get it. But that's a rarity. That's
another good example of an artist really doing, I think, a good job is South Park.
100%. Yeah. They used to do 14 episodes
seasons?
across 2 6-month periods. And then they were like, hey, if we just do it once a year for 10 episodes, we can make it better. And everybody went, yeah, sure. And they did. And now they apparently next week, the South Park COVID back to school special. Who is our sponsor tonight? Obviously,
Matt Parker.
We needed a sponsor for tonight's insanity. Little yellow kitty trying to just say one sentence 47 times and failing miserably. I kind of want to get her back in the mic to read it again. Just at this point. Anytime there's dead air, she just has to say
even more dicks.
Even more penises.
Oh, even more penises. Sorry. No same difference.
She's turning red. She's not even, like I said, she's not even with us on this one. We're at the Yellow Kitty domicile, and she's happily in her throne of smoking weed and drinking beer out of a koozie, even though she's at home. Oh, truly out of a koozie. She's smiling so much, and her face is turning so red. I cannot wait till we make so much money that you guys quit your day jobs and finally admit who you are on the air. Those dimples, dude. They need to be seen. You guys ever realize that the only reason the three of us are friends is because we all have the best dimples in the world?
That
I
could
just
be.
realized that right now.
I thought it was our hair.
No, you and I hair. She's got great hair. And you and I, it's not even hair, it's hairline.
Well.
But I just realized the common thread of our friendship is the fact that we have the most sincerely amazing dimples. Smile more, people. What else are you going to do? Are you stuck at home?
Great Dimples podcast.
The Great Dimples podcast, as led by Yellow Kitty and her friends. Dimple 1 and Dimple 2.
The Dimpletons.
The Dimpletons. It's Friday night.
At the
and the
Dimpletons'
feeling's
house.
right. Gonna have some fun. Show you how it's done. TGIF. Remember when Family Matters?
Oh my goodness. What a show.
Yeah.
You know, I thought it was pretty cool that he saved Bruce Willis from Nakatomi Tower. He was the best cop on the force.
That was brilliant. I'm dying inside right now.
his wife was pregnant with their first, and he was buying fucking Twinkies.
Twinkies!
And he...
Okay, so speaking of Twinkies, did you ever realize that Zombieland was a sequel to Die Hard?
Actually, I thought so. Like, there was a consistent Twinkie reference.
It's pretty smart that Twinkies would be the last surviving food source in the world.
Well, it's like the beginning of Star Wars, right? Like, if they didn't shoot, that they just would have shot that, probe with the no life forms in it, the movie would be over, right? That was a Simon Pegg joke.
Yeah.
In that amazing show, Spaced.
Edgar Wright, Simon
my
Pegg, Nick
God.
Frost.
Amazing.
If you guys don't know Spaced,
Check
the paintball episode alone is the most amazing thing. Like, everybody talks about the Community paintball episode. Dan Harmon, I love you. You're a genius. Thank you for Rick and Morty. But we know that you watched Space and saw their paintball episode.
Stole it.
There's a great quote. I don't remember what it was, but it's like, what's the difference between love and war? From that episode.
Oh, I wouldn't do it.
You guys
justice.
fill in the blank or Google it.
No,
It is the best quote about love
I can't
and war.
possibly.
Can I get a ruling on the field?
The
there,
rest
Yellow
is
Kitty?
war.
Spaced.
One's a terrible, fucked up
just Google
existence
Spaced.
that possibly has a lot of psychological trauma, and the other's war.
Exactly.
Basically, like
That's. Thank you. I was hoping you were going to say that the first time.
But Simon does it so much better than anybody else.
Give me some more love on the mic.
More love on the mic.
More love on the mic.
Love
On
Mike.
the mic.
Mike love.
Testes touching the ground 'cause you're old as fuck. 1, 2.
Don't even have to bend my knees.
How do you wipe your ass without getting wet nuts?
What were we?
Let's keep this exactly. Let's keep this going.
Yeah. So
So, I wish that I had
some bright yellow pads.
that I could put in my gums and
That way I see.
something I did not see.
Because everything rhymes with C.
Like C plus,
Nah, C minus.
C mid minus to plus.
Sharp?
Sharp is what everybody should be saying when they say pool sharp. They always call it a pool shark, like the great white, but it's actually a pool sharp. P.
Is that a fact?
That is a fucking very much a fact.
What is the best pool hustling movie besides the Paul Newman movie?
I'm gonna actually just solve that for you right now. It's called Pool Hall Junkies. And it
Well
was,
said.
Shut your mouth. It was written by the guy who starred in it. And it was directed by the guy who starred in it. And it's essentially Rounders meets a pool hall. It's got Christopher to the motherfucking walk-in, the opposite of Christopher Reeves, as like a tertiary character. Not even a secondary character, but a tertiary character. If you have not seen Pool Hall Junkies, why are we even podcast? We should just do movie reviews at this point, I'm pretty sure. But
How many do we? Well,
Pool Hall
never mind.
Junkies is the Rounders of the pool industry.
So that's the answer to the question. Yeah.
Yeah, that is the answer to the question.
I like it.
Have you seen it?
Yes.
You have seen it.
Yeah.
Remember the shot at the end with the one hand?
No.
That Christopher Walken is like, that's not a cheat. I can do it too.
Oh wait. Well, now I might be confusing the old one.
There's not an old Pool Hall Junkies. There's just one. You're thinking maybe of like The Color of Money or
No, I'm thinking like a Paul Newman movie.
exactly. That's not Pool Hall Junkies is not a remake of a Paul Newman movie.
It might not be.
It's 100% not.
Maybe I'm confusing the both of them.
When are we not confused? I love it. Like we have to hold it together.
Is Pool Hall Junkies in color?
Yes.
Okay, then I'm definitely thinking of the black and white one.
There's no black and white Pool Hall Junkies.
I think it might be called The Hustler.
That is what The Color of Money is a remake of.
So no shit.
Shit.
So I am getting these confused.
Dude, so
But I think I've seen this Christopher Walken pool movie.
I hope you have because it's amazing. And
Show me a pic. No, never mind. Forget it.
we don't have her tonight. We're on our own.
No, it's okay.
Like she's not gonna say anything on the mic ever again after that hilarious reading
Why?
of even more penises.
Rowing.
At the top of even more penises is what she couldn't bear to say.
That'd be a great name for a boat.
Even more penises?
Yeah. All aboard.
So apparently, random fact, Easter egg that I found out recently, Tony Soprano on The Sopranos, his boat is called like the Stugotz or whatever, and it literally just means like my dick. Like his boat is named My Dick. So
You mean in the show?
in the show, they say the boat name like at least 3 times over the course of 6, 7 seasons. But the literal translation in Italian, it just means it's like my dick.
Wow.
Yeah. Do you want to come stay on my dick? You want to go for a swim on my dick? Let's go bury a body in the ocean from my dick.
That's a great name for a boat.
Dude, my dick?
What's a better name? Like
Your dick?
No.
But that is a better name for a boat than my dick is your dick. You know.
Well, depends, man. How do you invite someone to go to your boat? Do you want to go to your dick?
Inviting them on my dick.
Oh, my dick, not your dick.
Who's on first right now?
That's the whole fucking point.
I told you. My legal counsel. I told my legal counsel I don't need the joint. And then I was like, no, I'll take the joint. And she, as my legal counsel, said, like, sure.
As your attorney, I advise you to take a hit.
I did not need the joint. Can you imagine? Can everybody out there imagine how much better this fucking Monday night podcast would be if we didn't get stoned and we actually just used our brains?
Yeah.
Who wants that? Nobody. Nobody wants that. It would be way more productive to humanity. Frankly, it's a shame that we don't do it. But who wants that?
A fun idea is recording. Recording is a fun idea. I like it. It's some kind of permanence for things that you do.
Yes.
Which is very strange. I guess I don't know. I try not to consider recording different than just what I'm doing, right?
Talking. We're always being recorded by other things.
Yeah.
Like, your PlayStation preferences know you better than I do at this point.
Yeah, they're tired of me, man. They're ready to move on.
Yeah.
That's why it's like turns its fan all the way on. It's like, fuck you. This is like, it's too loud.
Oh, you guys are going to podcast rather than play me?
Fuck you.
I'm going to make myself really hot so the fan has to work really hard to the point where I think it's the actual fan in the corner that's sitting right next to it. Logistically, my mind was like, that noise, with me with one contact in right now, that's the fan right there that's spinning so loud. And you're like, no, it's the tiny little PlayStation right next to it.
I can't tell if I'm hearing the PlayStation or your computer now making
It's
the
definitely
same
computer.
sound. Okay.
The reason why you're not hearing the computer is because the frequency the computer is making, that like delicate.
Okay, yeah, it's more of a
It's
transcendental.
just what you
yeah.
in your internal dialogue is most of the time, anyways. It's just
Zen. Yeah. Or heating fan.
So
just-
wifey number 2 hated when we moved into the new spot, there was just shitty lights, and then my landlord, being a close friend of mine, was like, do you guys want some dimmer lights? And we went, yes. And then we got those dimmer lights, like landlord turned them up, and we went whoop, and then he left the room, and wifey number 2 went, do you hear the buzzing from like the dimmer switch? And it's like the lower you turn the light, the less the dimming is, and then the more you turn it up, the higher it is. And I didn't notice it until she said it, and then it was I couldn't not hear it. So the gift became the curse, where it was like we were trying to hang out and have dinner, and you just hear that buzzing right now? It's just like, oh, hate it. And the funny thing is that I don't hear it anymore, but when I do, I'm like, God damn it, I love you. It's an Easter egg that has been planted together like a time capsule.
I
both
like
got
that.
fucking too
I like the idea of
like-
planting Easter eggs.
Dude, I mean, I don't know if you can lay one. If you can,
Well,
Sweet. That's
why
going to save
not?
us a lot of payroll taxes down the road.
All the rabbits just got to do it on Easter, man. That's when
But to
the eggs
even,
pop
like,
out.
plant one, you have to at least have someone lay one. So,
Well, someone has to lay it.
man, dude. Someone's got to lay someone, or we're not getting anything done here.
I mean, that's how it works. I wonder what the Easter egg baby would be.
A bunny?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
It'd be like a Pandora's type question, I think.
Okay, so
What is a bunny? Easter egg bunny.
if a rabbit is what you and Christianity like try to visualize Easter, the rebirth of Christ, with, do you
A
guys
rabbit?
accept the fact that rabbits like to fuck all the time as just like you're okay with that?
I think they are, and I think they encourage it specifically with God's blessing.
God blesses all.
I think that He blesses those rabbits most of all.
I mean, the rabbits have the better chance of community survival.
That's right, and then some of them get to lay lucky Easter eggs
No.
because rabbits, and then they have to like nest on them for like 2 to 3 years,
here's
right?
the shitty part, though, and this is what you like. We're gonna just reconcile this moment together. Talking about Easter eggs and rabbits, but like, if you want a golden egg, you gotta find a goose, which is not any part of Easter. Why is the first prize a different contest?
Well, the golden egg would be like beating 007 GoldenEye on ultra hard difficulty without cheating, and then the Easter egg would be like finding odd jobs like alternative skin in some weird cave.
No. The reality of it is South Park already did it. I know I know they had the whole Simpsons already did it episode, but South Park did this, like the whole playing your ass off in a garage band, and it's just like literally like you are beep and fags was what I was gonna say. It's the amount of effort you put in to enjoy something it's the MacGuffin, as we call it.
The MacGuffin.
Is enjoyable, but it's the act of playing that you're supposed to enjoy.
I totally agree.
And when you get to the end, it's never as good as you want it to be. That's why everybody is fucking wrong. Game of Thrones ended perfectly. Fuck you that they had to speed up the timeline. But, dude, it's not bad. You just all had your own idea of how you wanted it to end, and it wasn't that.
That's a good
But
point.
The MacGuffin is never as good as the journey to get it. Do you think Sam and Frodo would have that beautiful homoerotic relationship without 9 hours of fucking walking time together before they got where they went? It's not about, we did it together. It's like, I can't believe we didn't fuck on the way here at this point.
They kind of did.
I mean, they fucked each other
Yeah.
over. You know they did.
Oh, dude.
You know they did. Dude, fuck Brokeback Mountain.
No. You could just. I was just
Watch
gonna
Return of
say
the
you
King.
should cast.
That's the gayest shit you've ever
Yeah.
seen in your
Yeah.
life.
No, I don't know. I mean, what's his name's in it? I can't remember the guy's name. He's wonderful. He's like, he's definitely like he like plays like 6 people. Doesn't matter.
What movie are we? I was so proud of that joke, by the way. I
You
wasn't
should
even
be.
listening to you anymore. What movie? Like, are you talking about Return of the King? And someone that played 6 people?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
No, I think it was like the guy who played the fucking guy that flies the whatever they call it, the Wraith, the king of the fucking 12.
Imagination.
Whatever, man.
Imagination. And there you have it. We think that's as good a place as any to call it. Thank you for listening. This has been the Great Highdeas Podcast. Follow us on YouTube, SoundCloud. Like and subscribe if that's something people still do. But either way, until next time, take care of yourselves.
Crashed my car 2 weeks ago. I didn't even leave a note. Just walked away. Just walked away. I don't make my bed when I wake up. Never even thought to put on makeup. No way, no way. What was I thinking last night? Picked a fight with my best friend, and I left in the end. We won't make amends, 'cause I'm a bitch, and so is she.
I ate shit really hard on my skateboard yesterday. I hit my head on the curb. I came home all bloody, and my lady told me, "What have you done this time? What have you done this time? This time, this time, this time. What have I done? What have I done this time?"
I crashed my car 2 weeks ago. Crashed my car, I didn't leave a note. No way, no way, no how, no way. My license plate rhymes with my name. My car is green, like the weed that I smoke on the weekends. And through the week, when I pack my bowls in the morning, all green, no brown, I am yawning. Oh, waking up 6 a.m. Fuck, I work today. Driving to work on the wrong side of the road. Woke up on the wrong side of my bed in the morning.
Shit is getting crazy in my head. Every time I sleep, I'm falling off my bed. Then I wake up with a bruise on my head.
I crashed my car 2 weeks ago. I crashed my car, I didn't leave a note. I didn't